we want to share important things to remember while here on the Camarosa set. First and foremost, have fun. Make some noise. Clap y'all hands, and if you feel like it, you can even stomp your feet. To answer your question, yes, it's perfectly fine to get as many behind-the-scenes photos as possible. Just remember that there is absolutely no recording during the show. Take tons of pictures, but remember to include the Sassandra Show logos. We would love to share your photos on our social media. With that being said, please take out your phones, head over to Instagram, and follow us on the Sassandra Show for exclusive content. Oh yeah, don't forget to tag us and use hashtag the Sassandra Show and hashtag AFROTV. Now, on to serious business. Silence your cell phones to avoid interruptions during the show. There is absolutely no eating on set, unless there is a guest chef, of course. You will hear 3 phrases.
Quiet on set, cut, and action.
Quiet on set is a phrase to let you know to get ready to clap your hands and make some noise. Action is a phrase to let you know it's now time for you to make that noise. And cut is a phrase to let you know the current segment is officially over or that we may just have to do it again.
Oh, man, I need y'all to forget all that new year, new me talk. Forget all the new year, new me talk. Let's make it new week, new me instead.
Okay.
We're not waiting for the new year to level up. Every week, we're getting better, stronger, and more powerful. Last week was just the blueprint for the greatness we're building this week. So y'all go ahead and get all comfy. Grab your bubbly beverage.
Let's do it.
And let's get this show started. Let's get it started. Woo. Can somebody tell me what time it is?
What time is it?
Do y'all know what time it is?
You tell me.
It ain't offering time. It's tea time, and those pinkies are gonna go up because we're about to serve the first hot sip. So y'all, President-elect Trump is back at it. The man has confirmed that he's declaring a national emergency to start the largest deportation program in American history. He's ready to pick out and kick out the criminals and invaders, as he calls them, using military help to get the job done. With a base, why is it always Florida? Florida, man.
Let's do
Florida,
us.
Florida. There is a Florida-based cruise company that's ready to offer you an escape route. You heard it right. Villa V Residences is offering a 4-year cruise to over 140 plus countries, including the Caribbean, South America, and the Amazon. Y'all want to know what it starts at? I mean, just get your checkbook out, get the cards ready to swipe, because it's only going to cost $40,000 per year, and you get perks. You're going to get some perks now. Check out these perks. All-inclusive meals, Wi-Fi medical visits, and housekeeping. I want to know, where can we live in America for that amount of money?
Nowhere.
Tell me, and get all the food and medical and housekeeping.
Hey, if they got a job for me, I'll go, sis.
You know what I'm saying?
A job so I can pay the $40K while I'm in there.
You know
gotta
what I'm
work
saying?
to make
Stop
that $40K.
I tell you what, Sea Legs does not tempt me at all.
That's sea
But
life.
CEO Mikael Pedersen says it's not political. It's for anyone who feels threatened by what's coming. So if you want to dip out, this just might be your ticket. Anyone? Anyone?
Nope.
Next.
Nah.
All right. On to the NBA, y'all. LaMelo Ball just got hit with a $100,000 fine for a comment made during a post-game interview where he said, "No homo." The NBA was not having it, and the fine came down really hard. So LaMelo tried to laugh it off, tweeting, "Hold up, pause that." But the damage was already done. It looks like he's not the only one who's been fined for making similar remarks. Other players like Cam Thomas and Nikola Jokic got hit with fines too. It's a total mess, but at least LaMelo dropped 26 points in the win.
Them points pay for that $100K. Hey, work
Work for your
Right?
money, bro.
That's what I'm saying. All right, next. Y'all, a Maryland family is demanding answers after their 7-year-old son was found hanging in a school bathroom. So the school called it horse playing, but the family is saying this is way more serious. This is not just horse playing. The boy was sent to the hospital unconscious, allegedly, and foaming at the mouth. The mother is so outraged, and rightfully so. She's calling for justice and accountability. This is like beyond heartbreaking. Whether you have children or not, this is heartbreaking to hear that a 7-year-old child went through something like this. And I believe it's time that the school takes full responsibility, because who else is watching our kids when they go to school?
I'm trying to tell you.
Besides the school.
I'm trying to tell you.
There's no way this should have ever happened.
Yeah.
Where is my belt?
When
If he's 7, I got 7-year-old, so he must be in 2nd grade. Who could lift him up to be one of them 5th graders or one of the bigger kids? I
Correct.
just thought of that. There's no
like,
way.
who's strong enough
I
to
can't
lift a
stand that.
child up to a hook?
Not another 7-year-old.
7-year-old, 4th grade, and was able to lift him up and put him on a hook.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I
Unless
don't
their
like
hooks
that.
aren't really high.
But still, 7-year-olds, they can't lift each other up. So it had to be a bigger kid is what I'm saying.
Yes,
And
more
I don't
than
like
likely.
that. I don't like that picking on this.
No, I don't like it either.
Terrible.
It's bullying.
Yes,
it's
it
just
is.
straight up bullying.
Get my
Somebody's
belt.
got to be accountable for it.
I'll be up there.
I'm with you. Chris, you are
that.
you are that kind of
On
dad.
site.
And I love it. All right, y'all, let's move on, because remember we were talking a few months ago about NBA YoungBoy? All right, so he might have been caught up in a prescription drug scam, but he's getting off very light, because that normally carries like heavy charges.
Yeah,
it's
like
like
per
a felony
pill kind of stuff,
Yes.
yeah.
So the rapper pled guilty to some felony identity fraud and forgery charges, but no Utah State prison time for him. He's getting hit with a $25,000 fine, which is less than LaMelo, $100,000 fine.
Right.
And he's serving 27 months in federal prison.
Oh, Lord. I've been waiting for this one.
They're not going to
favorite
let him out for 27 months. Meanwhile, he's one of the most streamed artists in the entire game. So he's still got to keep those fans happy, right?
Yeah.
Check out, the judge told him that he's got a bright future if he cleans up his act. Well, we'll see if prison time changes his tune, or if he's still out here making moves in the rap game. Congratulations to you, NBA YoungBoy.
good for
Do
him.
the right thing.
He'll be
Between
all right.
him and YSL, Come
they'll all be all right.
on. Y'all, I love it. Do the right thing. Next. So, a parent is, no. Even better. I got a
Check
better
it.
story for y'all.
I see.
Check this out. This is good. So Palm Springs is making moves and paying up. All right. So after decades of forced displacement, the city is handing over $5.9 million to Black and Latino families kicked out of their homes in the 60s. Along with the money, they're putting $10 million towards housing assistance and another $10 million into a community land trust. Woo, this is all a part of an effort to heal and pay back families for the pain they went through when their homes were taken away for a highway project. Y'all, it's a big step, but there's still a lot to do. Let's hope and pray that this is the start of more reparations for communities that have been ignored for far too long.
Come on.
Come on, Palm.
We
Springs.
shall overcome someday.
Thank you,
Yes.
Chris.
Yo, thank you.
We will.
Thank you for having me.
Consistency, all of those things. Persistency. All right, next story. So this is some straight up scandal, y'all. William Smith, who is the ex-CFO of Detroit's Riverfront Conservancy, admitted to stealing. I need y'all sit down. Do you have your beverage poured? He stole $44.3 million.
Oh, my God.
He did. This man right here.
He looked like it too.
When I tell you, y'all, he is living his best life. This money, the $44.3 million, was meant to revitalize Detroit's industrial riverfront. Instead, He was out here living his best life with mansions. I'm saying this plural, yachts.
What the heck?
And jewelry. The Conservancy, backed by some of Detroit's biggest philanthropies, was working to bring the city back from bankruptcy. But this dude had other plans. The community's furious. I'm not in the community and I'm furious. And he's facing up to 20 years in prison. Talking about betrayal.
Sis, it
How do you
goes
steal
down
this
in the
much
deed.
money?
How
It
in the
goes
world
down
does
in the deed.
anyone who can sign off that amount of money without having more than one signature?
Detroit is a special place.
People talk about Detroit so bad.
trying to
As
tell
a
you.
brother,
Yeah.
he should have just been happy to help out a city that everybody's
believe
always talking about.
Yes, sir.
Shame on you, man.
Hey.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
He looked like he did it. He's like, who, me?
I mean, it's just shame. It's just pure shame. Detroit needs the help. Detroit needed that money.
Yes.
From the water in Flint to everything else that's
Yeah.
going on. Come on, y'all. Anyway,
It's to beautify. It's whatever.
everything. So he's going to get what he deserves.
Gonna be locked up.
Yes, he's going to be locked up and never get out. So listen, we're going to take a short break. Y'all, we have an amazing guest. You do not want to miss the badass vegan. That's coming up. John Lewis will be back. Don't go nowhere for the culture. Do something. Hey. Hello, where's talk to me? Yes. So listen, to all of our viewers, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We are definitely on break right now, but this is the BTS question I want to ask you. What would you do if you found out that an official in your city spent 44 point something million dollars that was going to revitalize your community? And then another question talking about the reparations. The reparations that is that Palm Springs that we said $5.9 million. I mean, there was another city that also did that. It seems like several cities are starting to understand that it's better to take care of it than sweeping things under the rug. So what do y'all think about Palm Springs and Detroit? Talk to us in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. These are some serious issues. And then let's move on, because in 10 seconds, John Lewis is coming up, y'all. The badass vegan is in town, and we're going to talk about staying healthy. Hello and welcome back to the Cassandra Show. Tonight, we have a true powerhouse in health and wellness. From dropping 150 pounds as a teenager to becoming a serial entrepreneur, activist, and the mind behind Badass Vegan, John Lewis is on a mission to save lives. One plant-based meal at a time. He's a creator of Vegan Smart, the author of Badass Vegan, and the producer of the groundbreaking documentary, They're Trying to Kill Us. Get ready for some real talk about food, fitness, and the fight for our health. Y'all, please welcome the one and only John Lewis. Yes, John.
Like skateboarding.
Yes! I love it. you doing today?
I'm doing good now that I'm here.
When I tell you, we are so delighted to finally have you here. It's been a long time wish of ours to have you on the couch. So let's talk about 150 pounds.
Yeah.
You lost 150 pounds.
Yeah, I was about 315 in high school. That was my freshman year. And just eating the standard American diet that they call the SAD diet, and just blew up. And then by my freshman year, I was 315.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Were you playing sports or anything like that?
I was, but little leagues is not real sports. They just roll the ball out there. The coach go outside, smoke a cigarette. Y'all do what y'all want to do.
I feel you.
And then when I got to high school, I think that's how I lost all the weight, is because now I started doing 2-a-days, and it was way more, exercise extensive than it was in little league. Mm-hmm. And before I knew it, I had a growth spurt and I lost the weight, and then. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh my goodness. What did your growth spurt look like?
It went from like 5'7" to 6'1".
Are you serious?
Yeah, one summer.
How long or how short?
Like one summer.
A summer?
Yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it's funny, my mom kept telling me, I used to be like, I'm gonna be fat forever. I was crying. And she was like, you're gonna grow out of it, baby. You know how mama give you that voice?
Yes.
I'm like, Mama, this ain't happening. And then
We love
finally,
mamas for that.
Yep, one summer, it just happened.
And they say mamas are right.
They right,
Thank
right.
you very much. So, John, you're the creator of Badass Vegan.
Yes, ma'am.
And Badass Nuts.
Yes.
How did the idea of combining your passion for plant-based nutrition and entrepreneurship come about?
First of all, I went vegan for health reasons, and then I started seeing so many people following my journey, and then that's when I realized, like, you know what? Let's turn this passion into an actual project.
Yes.
And that's when it happened. And then I was helping people already. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm taking a lot of time away from my actual job to help all these people.
Right.
Let's
Why don't you just make
let's make this our job. So then I just really wanted people to feel like they had a place where they could go if they had questions. I might not have every correct answer, but I can go get that answer for them.
It's true.
And that's what it was. And it's been since 2010 now, so.
Wow,
been
that's
going great.
amazing.
Yeah.
And people love following people who have a journey of experience, and then you can share, how can we do this? It's like, if you lost 150 pounds then, please talk to me.
I know a little something about
That
it.
takes discipline.
Yeah,
Exactly. So, John, the title of your documentary, They're Trying to Kill Us,
Yeah.
is powerful.
Thank you.
It is very powerful. What exactly does that phrase mean to you, and what made you decide to create a film with such a bold statement?
Well, because I figured, why sugarcoat it? At this point, everybody knows it or they've heard about it. But I was like, instead of just telling people the problem, let's show them the cause of the problem. So we wanted to show where the money's coming from, where it's going, who are these CEOs of these companies, who are the government officials that's signing off on these companies being able to do this. And the film got blackballed. It really did.
Really?
Oh yeah. But
Of course, because you're messing with a billion-dollar industry.
Exactly.
Come on.
I won't say the network, but a large network literally told me on face to face that it was the best documentary they've ever watched. They wanted to use it to help heal the community. They had the lawyers fact check everything, but they had to cut out 30 minutes. And I'm thinking, like, well, it is kind of long. So, but we all got that one friend that when you're about to say something, they looking at you like, Cassandra, chill out. So their lawyer was on the Zoom call too, and I could kind of see his face like, don't keep going. But she said it.
Yes.
And what she said was, yeah, we got to cut out 30 minutes because your film goes directly after our main advertisers. And this is $1 billion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they really are trying to kill us.
Exactly.
And they have support to do it.
And they got support.
That's deep.
Yeah.
So in the documentary, you dive into the connection between food and health.
Yes.
Can you please break down what you believe are the main factors contributing to the epidemic of poor health in our society today?
A lot of people like to say it's just the way that the food is made here. And that is a major, major factor. But what we don't realize is how the food is actually raised here is different. We don't think about that because in the documentary I touched base on, America uses more pharmaceuticals than any other country in the world. The funny part about that is, if I asked you right now, what do you think is the largest demographic of those pharmaceuticals? Who would you think uses more pharmaceuticals than anybody
You would think
else?
it's the elderly.
Yeah, but it's actually the animals.
Animals?
Animal agriculture.
Because they're testing?
No, they're raised in such horrible conditions.
Oh, and putting in...
So if one cow gets sick and they're all huddled up together,
then all the cows get sick.
So they got to keep pumping them up with all these things.
Oh, my
So the
goodness.
people that were like anti-vaccine and things like that, now mind you, I'm not telling anybody what they should do, but
Right.
the people that were so anti about it, you were still getting it because all the vaccines are in the meat you're eating.
Oh, it's so true. You think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, because the funny thing about humans is that we think we can get all the good stuff from the animals that we eat, whether it's the carbs, the fat, the protein.
Yeah, we're thinking, oh, we're
But
gonna
for
get some
some
protein.
reason, we don't think we can get the diseases they got.
Ooh,
If you're eating a diseased animal, you're going to get the disease from them.
that makes sense.
Wine.
Logic.
Yeah.
That part. That's deep, y'all. So you've mentioned the food industry is a major player in promoting unhealthy eating
Oh,
habits.
yeah.
How do you think the industry is contributing to the health crisis? I think you just covered some of that in just the way that we eat, the way that they take care of the animals.
Let's just say
we're
this.
Eating.
There's two things that I say on that. I like to live by example. I like to give people examples.
Yes.
Put it this way. If we think that the food system is okay in America, I always say this. Do you think that the CEO of McDonald's is eating McDonald's?
More than likely not. But President-elect is doing it. I think he has stock in it. I think he has.
It wouldn't
The
shock me.
CEO is probably not eating it.
And
but-
that's actually playing right along to the second point I was going to make is that we found out that insurance companies, it's in the film, the insurance companies have $1.9 billion invested into the fast food company.
Stop it.
So
Insurance company?
insurance companies. So that means they're double dipping. You're paying a premium to them, and when you get sick, they get paid off of not only you buying from the fast food corporations, but they get paid because you need them now.
That's deep.
Exactly.
And that's legal?
Yeah. There's a thing. There's another part in the film. I talked to the hog farmer. I go to a hog farm, and I talked to him, and he talks about a deposition he had to do one time, and he broke this down so eloquently, as messed up as it is. And he said, he told the judge while he was in deposition, he said, you know, I don't know why we're here, Judge, because there's nothing illegal about being unethical.
Oh, wow. And it's just
And that's
unethical.
America at its whole right there.
Unethical, but not illegal.
It's not illegal.
On the verge. They right on the edge.
They know where that line is.
Yes. Ooh, that's deep.
And some people don't even care where the line is.
They really don't.
They don't.
And they have people that can protect them.
Exactly.
If they cross the line.
Exactly.
So in They're Trying to Kill Us, you explore the impact of food on communities, especially those in lower income areas.
Yeah.
What do you think can be done to help these communities access healthier, plant-based food options?
You know, the funny part about that is it's so simple. Again, we talked about earlier, said
Yes.
just because it's simple doesn't mean it's the easiest.
Exactly.
People want other people to flourish. They want people to do good. But sometimes they have to realize that there's a sacrifice that's involved with that, with the person that wants to do good. So if you want to do good, you have to start buying more plant-based items because at the end of the day, these corporations don't care about the people, they care about the money. If they see there's more money to be made in plant-based options, they're going to keep producing more plant-based
More.
options. But they see if nobody's buying it, they don't care. They're just going to produce, it's supply and demand.
More meat. It's true. It's
And
true.
also, and I know this sounds crazy, but if you do want to really support these, you know, marginalized communities, you need to go there to buy those items.
Go to the communities and
Because
buy it.
remember back in the day, they used to always ask you, hey, what's your zip code when you check out
Oh, it's
somewhere?
all about the zip codes.
So they want to know where that money's coming from.
Yes.
So if their money is coming from that zip code, they're going to provide more nutritious food for their community.
Interesting. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
That's just common sense when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Go to the areas that need the help and buy.
Yep.
Ooh. So food is often tied to cultural traditions, and changing eating habits can be really difficult. You just said that.
Yeah.
Because I told you I wanted to lose 12 pounds by December 24th.
Easy.
And you said, that's easy. But getting it done is the difficult part.
Right.
How do you address the challenge of convincing people to rethink their diets without making them feel like they're losing a part of their identity in 30 seconds?
Well, I always tell them, where's your identity originate from? Is your identity something that somebody else imposed on you? Or is your identity go back further than the actual person that imposed it on you? Our identity, if you go back to Africa, there's nothing about our culture, our people that has anything to do with obesity. You check the hieroglyphics on the wall, they didn't draw one fat person.
Say it again. It's so true.
So when you go back to that, you got to think about that. And I also look at if our ancestors can go through what they went through when it came to slavery and they had to be out in that field, they didn't get to eat what they want. Sometimes the options are what is our downfall. So sometimes you got to take yourself to the mentality like, if they can do this, then I can do it too.
Isolated diet.
You gotta do it.
Eating specific things. Listen, it is a pleasure. It has been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much, y'all.
Thank you for having me.
The Badass Vegan, y'all. We're going to say goodbye for now, but we'll be back tomorrow for the culture.
All right, y'all. Thanks so much for coming on by. Now for y'all at home, come on, let's just scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen now. Because we've got so much more exclusive content for y'all right here only on the Sisandra Show. Thanks so much for tuning in today. And we'll be right back here tomorrow, once again, only on the Sisandra Show.